Hazara people, they cover a big part of the population, but we have been historically oppressed. And there is a Hazara genocide that is going on against my people. And because of that, we have been targeted and subjected to a lot of genocide and a lot of oppression and discrimination. And because of that, it was very difficult to live there. And even if you weren't a Hazara, it's difficult to live in Afghanistan because it's not very safe. And because of that, my family moved out of Afghanistan quite a few years ago.
And what is it that makes this specific group be prosecuted by other people?
Well, starting off even with physically, we look very different. We have more East Asian features, while as most of people from Afghanistan, they look very different as compared to Hazara people. Hazara people look more East Asian, like we have smaller eyes or more round nose. So even from the physical appearance, you can tell a Hazara person apart. And not only that, but we are also subjected because of our religious beliefs. Because even though most of Afghanistan are Muslim people, there are two different sects of Islam. And because of that, since Hazara people are majority Shia Muslims as compared to Sunni Muslims, because of that, there's a big difference as well.
How did your parents move from Indonesia first, from Iran? What happened that made them decide to leave Iran for good?
For the majority of my life, we were never really stable in a single place. So my family kept moving around for a while. Like at first it was Afghanistan, and then we moved to Iran, and then we went to Pakistan for a little bit. And so most of these countries, we could lead a temporary life. And it was difficult because, especially me and my siblings growing up, we were kids and we had to get accustomed to one culture in one place, and we had to move on to the next, because it never really felt like it was a permanent home. And there were a lot of complications with my family. Because of that, we had to keep moving. And so moving to Indonesia, we came from Pakistan actually. And we knew that if we moved to Indonesia through the UN, there was a way in which we could find a permanent home.
And how long were you in Indonesia for?
For 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah. And so most of the refugees that do move to Indonesia, they are under the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. And so the only reason that you live in Indonesia is to wait temporarily, indefinitely, until your case gets processed and you can move to another place. So I was there for 5 years waiting to find another home for me and my family.